dry up our water with their fire. They will. You guys will. You will dry up our water, which is the gospel, with your fake fire. You know, that comes from heaven, in the sight of all types of men. And, excuse me, it's going to last for a little while. You know, when you send your tornadoes and your hurricanes and your wonderful images that are up there. Well, it's pretty clear today, but that's why all you unfaithful men are so confident. Because, again, no matter what I say, no matter what time frame I have in my mind, you guys know the end game that you guys are going to push and play. And it might not be the same time frame I'm talking about. I mean, who knows? Maybe it's 70 years. Maybe it's 70 years. And that's the beginning. Maybe 70 years are determined. Maybe it's 70 years that are determined to thy people, right? But it's at the very end of the 70th year. Did anybody ever think of that? I don't know. I told you I'm not coming up with any more dates, because I know that no matter what date I have, it's not gonna happen. Because I think God's just gonna make sure of it. Because think about it, if I was right, you guys would not be party. It just, there's no way that you guys would still continue to party, because you would be I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe, you know, who knows? Maybe you still will party. Either way. But I was looking at, you know, in Genesis, in chapter 8, when it talks about the waters being abated after 150 days, and then the ark resting on the 7th month of the 17th day of the month, which I was continuing on from the 70th year anniversary on May 14th. You add 7 months and 17 days, lines up with New Year's Eve. But I mean, I know for a fact in my heart that between the end of this year and the beginning of next year, well, the beginning of next year is going to be the beginning of the rulership of, you know, Stephen over there. I know people don't believe it. Look, not everybody believes it. They just think he's just delusional, man. He's poor. I mean, he's suffering and he's a servant. I don't know. I sense something way bigger than that and way different. But there's something that says after that, after where the waters were abated after 150 days, and then after the 7th month, 17th day of the month, then there's something about the 2nd month and the 24th day or the 27th day. I have a feeling I'm going to get tricked up. That's what I think. I have a feeling that it's still a continuance, okay? I'm not doubting 1 second about what May 21st, 2011 was all about, and the time frame that keeps leading up, and then April 7th, the beginning of wars and rumors of wars, and then the peace treaty, peace deal. I'm not doubting all that. I just have been thinking, you know, he's tricky like that, because he did it to Harold Camping. He got him to get to the specific dates, and purposely so. And once it happened, nobody's seen anything, because everybody looks for a literal sign. And if you can't see it spiritually, then you can't see it spiritually. If you don't believe it, you don't believe it. If you don't believe in Jesus, you don't believe in him. But your spirit, when you disagree with somebody, your spirit is proven. Who's your father? You know what I mean? Who's your daddy? Huh? Who's your daddy? So it's a spirit that torments people when they don't like what they hear, and they don't like people saying the name Jesus, and it offends them, and you get pissed off, and you start hating people that say it. Well, you're just a big fat hypocrite. You know? And if you ever, like, if you don't believe in Jesus, but you believe in God, and then you expect, and if you're like somewhere where you believe that, I feel like I'm yelling, that you believe that, or you ask God to forgive you. Well, do you ever notice that you're having a hard time in life because He never forgave you? Because you can't forgive anybody else, and plus you're very judgmental. I'm just talking to anybody in general out there. So yeah, I'm letting you guys know ahead of time. I'm letting you know ahead of time that no matter what I say, you guys are still going to have confidence, just as much as I have confidence in these days as to what's going to happen. I'm just trying to put a specific day on it, that's all. I know what's getting ready to happen. Steve, you know what's getting ready to happen. You know what's getting ready to happen, don't you? You guys, you know, the ones that are working with you. I'm telling you, I sense it. I feel it. There's people there that are doubting you, but they're not saying anything. They're not saying it, but you can see it in their eyes. If you are able to stare at them in the eyes. Or maybe you do stare at people in the eyes, Steve, but you just can't look at yourself in the mirror. I think that's probably what it is. Yeah, because you have to play the role as, look, you're playing the role as Jesus, all right? You are literally an antichrist spirit, for sure, because we all know you're not Jesus. Everybody knows you're not Jesus. So you're basically against Jesus, in other words. Straight up Antichrist. And are you going to be that man, too, that the Bible talks about? I mean, really? The one that, is this that man that has, like tormented us and thinking that you're going to get away with it, and with the plankton disease? You know, I was on to you from the time I started mentioning plankton, like, I don't know, 3 months ago or something. And then when I said I wouldn't be deceived again, and you know that I reach out to people. You know that I'll try to contact people, get their numbers, or socialize with them. You know that. and you know what bait to use to try to get when you hired your employees. They're very intelligent. I give you that. They are very intelligent, but they're just dumb as they're not even as dumb as a brick, because it's like, at least bricks can get laid, you know what I mean? But they're just not that smart. Very intelligent, just not that smart. You know, they don't have any common sense. I need to leave Steven alone, because he's just, I mean, I'm wasting my time talking about him. He's been exposed, all right? Or he's just delusional. He thinks look, it's like, we just feel sorry for him. No, I don't feel sorry for you at all. Not at all. Because, not in that way. No, I do feel sorry for you. Just not in the way where I think that you are poor and you don't own all types of real estate all throughout the world. And, I think you own, Justin's, apartment complex too. I think you have something. Yeah, you own a lot of real estate. But see, the real King David that I know is the guy that I work for here and there. I'm working for him now at this place here. He owns a lot of real estate too. He owns a bunch of these buildings. All these. This is just one block. But Dave, to me, you know, Perlman, he's a Jewish man, right? And he's, you know, he has the biggest heart for, I mean, for being like a extremely rich man. I don't even feel like it's just weird. It's like he's literally my second dad, and I've known him since 2001, right around there, about 17 years. And I don't know, it just feels good. It feels good to know, like, a righteous man that he can keep me busy at any time, anywhere. I mean, I'll never go broke. Okay, I'll never go broke. But I just like the fact that I can just call him whenever I want to, or just text him whenever I want to. Because there's like a million people here that are on his payroll, and I started with him before I trimmed his first house, right on Lawrence Street, near Northern Liberties. He had 6 courtyard buildings, really small. He wasn't even a builder. He owned Royal Auto, that franchise in New York, and then he came over here. And speaking of it, and then he's here in Philly, you know, rebuilding all the slums, even in Kensington. I got to get back to him, but I just want people to know that true kings' hearts are righteous, you know, godly men. And yeah, you guys will get the victory. I'm going to let you know that right now. You will get the victory. You will party. You will feel like you defeated us. But you won't in the end.